So I first met Carlos back in 2004. I was a young chef, fully qualified chef from the UK that was out on a 12-month travel visa, looking to stay here permanently. I was with a great restaurant up on the Central Coast here in Sydney. Um, Carlos personally came up to meet me, which was great because my knowledge of immigration, I'll be honest, was little to none. So it was great to actually meet Carlos in person. His knowledge was brilliant. We sat down. He took me through the process step by step, which was great. It put me at ease because I wasn't sure what would happen and how it would happen, and timing wise, the company were willing to sponsor me. Which was good. And then Carlos met with the owners of the business as well, which was great, and also put them at ease. There were certain regulations that obviously I had to meet with qualifications. There was also certain regulations that the business had to meet. So Carlos was able to sit down with us both, and again, his knowledge on the side of the immigration was great for on my side and also the business side. And it resulted in me basically becoming a permanent resident within, I'd say, 6 months. So timing wise was brilliant. It was fast tracked. At any point I wasn't unsure of the process, Carlos, was always there to help or answer any questions that we had. And it put me at ease, and it was a great experience, and a great company to work with, and a brilliant result. That basically resulted in me touching base with Carlos again 15 plus years later. Me obviously being a citizen by this time, and living in Australia for quite some time. I'd married, I'd got two children by this time, and unfortunately we had an incident in the UK resulting in the death of my father, and my mother being over in the UK on her own. So the first person that came to my head was Carlos. I thought, look, this is an opportunity to again reach out to Carlos, as I said, almost over 15 years later, because we now wanted to get my mother over from the UK to come and live with us here in Sydney, because she was now in a situation where she was on her own in the UK. And again, it was a little bit more difficult this time round. Obviously, my mom being 70 years plus, and all these different types of visas. Again, it was what do I do? Which visa do we look at? There's you go onto the website, you do your research, and there's just page after page, visa after visa, and it becomes very complicated for somebody like myself who again doesn't know immigration. So this is when I touch base again with Carlos and the team at Sellanes and Clark's, and we applied for a contribution parent visa. Obviously, this is a much longer visa, but again, through the process, we don't have to deal with immigration directly, which to me is a great, because I don't know what I'm doing with the immigration side of things. So I deal with Carlos and his team, and they make it so much easier. If I need to provide information, the team reach out to me, and they ask for the information. They break it down so it's simple, step-by-step processes. It's manageable for myself and my wife. We both work full-time, so we're both very busy, two young children. So to be able to have that step-by-step guide, especially in a difficult process like getting my mother over here, it just makes it so much easier for us. And we're now at the last hurdle where fingers crossed, my mom should be getting her visa at any stage now. So we're hoping before the end of this financial year, we'll have another fantastic result, again due to Carlos and the team at Sellanes and Clark's.